The Marvel Cinematic Universe is an American media franchise and shared universe centered on a series of superhero films, independently produced by Marvel Studios and based on characters that appear in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. The franchise also includes comic books, short films, television series, and digital series. The shared universe, much like the original Marvel Universe in comic books, was established by crossing over common plot elements, settings, cast, and characters. The first MCU film was Iron Man, which began the first phase of films culminating in the crossover film The Avengers. Phase 2 began with Iron Man 3 and concluded with Ant-Man. Phase 3 began with Captain America, Civil War and concluded with Spider-Man, Far From Home. The first three phases in the franchise are collectively known as the Infinity Saga. Phase 4 will begin with Black Widow and is set to conclude with Thor: Love and Thunder. Marvel Television expanded the universe to network television with Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC in the 2013-14 television season, followed by online streaming with Marvel's Daredevil on Netflix in 2015 and Marvel's Runaways on Hulu in 2017, and then to cable television with Marvel's Cloak and Dagger on Freeform in 2018. Marvel Television also produced the digital series Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Slingshot. Marvel Studios also expanded to online streaming with Disney Plus for tie-in shows, starting with The Falcon and the Winter Soldier in 2020. Soundtrack albums have been released for all the films and many of the television series, as well compilation albums containing existing music heard in the films. The MCU also includes tie-in comics published by Marvel Comics, while Marvel Studios has also produced a series of direct-to-video short films and a viral marketing campaign for its films in the universe with the faux news program WHIH Newsfront. The franchise has been commercially successful and has generally received a positive critical response, though some reviewers have found that some of its films and television series have suffered in service of the wider universe. It has inspired other film and television studios with comic book character adaptation rights to attempt to create similar shared universes. The MCU has also been the focus of other media outside of the shared universe, including attractions at various Walt Disney parks and resorts, an attraction at Discovery Times Square, a Queensland Gallery of Modern Art exhibit, 2 television specials, guidebooks for each film, multiple tie-in video games, and commercials. Kevin Feige, president of production for Marvel Studios, on constructing a shared film universe. By 2005, Marvel Entertainment began planning to independently produce its own films and distribute them through Paramount Pictures. Previously, Marvel had co-produced several superhero films with Columbia Pictures, New Line Cinema and others, including a 7-year development deal with 20th Century Fox. Marvel made relatively little profit from its licensing deals with other studios and wanted to get more money out of its films while maintaining artistic control of the projects and distribution. Avi Arad, head of Marvel's film division, was pleased with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films at Sony, but was less pleased about others. As a result, they decided to form Marvel Studios, Hollywood's first major independent movie studio since DreamWorks. Arad's second-in-command, Kevin Feige, realized that unlike Spider-Man and the X-Men, whose film rights were licensed to Sony and Fox, respectively, Marvel still owned the rights to the core members of the Avengers. Feige, a self-professed fanboy, envisioned creating a shared universe just as creators Stan Lee and Jack Kirby had done with their comic books in the early 1960s. To raise capital, the studio secured funding from a 7-year, $525 million revolving credit facility with Merrill Lynch. Marvel's plan was to release individual films for their main characters and then merge them in a crossover film. Arad, who doubted the strategy yet insisted that it was his reputation that helped secure the initial financing, resigned the following year. In 2007, at 33 years old, Feige was named studio chief. In order to preserve its artistic integrity, Marvel Studios formed a creative committee of 6 people familiar with its comic book lore: Feige, Marvel Studios co-president Louis D'Esposito, Marvel